Well, hi everyone. I hope this finds you well. And look, just on that, rather than rushing on, um, I'd love to hear if you're doing okay with regards to all that's going on at the moment, and that you're not feeling too isolated, as I'm sure many people might feel that risk at the moment. So please don't hesitate to message me if I can be of any help in that regard, and loaning my ear if you like. This week I've been doing a series of posts on what I think are 10 of the key behaviours, traits, and skills that leaders will require to successfully lead in these times, and indeed to successfully lead in a world that's increasingly VUCA. Which brings me to post number 6, which is that I think there's an importance for leaders to absorb, if you like, that they will need to be collaborators and peacemakers. Now, for some of you, that might be pretty straightforward, but just in case, what that means is that in terms of the collaboration, you might recall that I'd said um, in a recent post that leaders won't have all the expertise they'll require to successfully get their organizations through this situation. They need to share leadership with those who do have an expertise. And that's not going to be easy for some. And you know, when people hear the term collaboration, I see in many organizations where they confuse collaboration with, for example, consulting, where they're just going to tell a group or an individual what's going to happen, but still maintain control. Whereas collaboration requires you to partner with others to find a way forward. In your organization's case, that might be partnering with other parts of the organization, or partnering with external bodies who have a leadership, have an expertise in whatever the issues are that you're grappling with. Not only have an expertise, but have a shared interest in resolving your specific or unique problems. So something to think about in terms of your self-awareness. How are you going to adapt to a world where you not only have to share leadership, but from an emotional perspective, how is your behavior going to be in those sorts of situations? Because coming back to my second key point, when organizations or different groups are thrust into a situation where they've got to work together, um, different worldviews come up, different styles of leadership, different styles of working come up, and that can too easily um, head towards conflict. And at the best of times, at this moment, as I've said to you previously, there's going to be people who are going to be scared, emotional, worried, angry, and when they have no control over those situations, they might unintentionally direct that emotion towards you and towards what you're trying to resolve, making things potentially unproductive. So in those situations, you've got to be, may I suggest, the peacemaker. Trying to find ways of highlighting where people have a lot in common, that the ideas you're coming up with have a lot in common, or always looking for that commonality. And it also means being understanding, being truly empathetic, trying to understand, if you're in those people's shoes, what that feels like and what those people might be going through. Um, and as I've said previously, about listening deeply. So for many CEOs, they've risen through the ranks without having the need to collaborate, without having the need to be peacemakers. They've been able to deliver fantastic results by leading from a top down approach. And at this point in time, that may not work. You've got to be adaptable. But anyway, otherwise, thank you so much for your time. I'd love to hear your feedback, and take care.